special guest, man. This is only one of them. I got another special guest, but this is the headliner. Let me bring up my guy, Mr. Gary Russell, to the stage.
What's going on, soldier? Can you hear
What's
me?
up? What's up, King? We hear you loud and clear. How are you, man?
Oh man, I'm cooling, man. I'm laid back right now.
Yo, listen, I'm glad we got a chance to do this. You remember we was in Vegas and I pulled up to that little restaurant. You remember that?
I
We was
remember
in,
it briefly. I remember it
yeah, we was
briefly.
in Vegas. And I pulled up to a little restaurant. You was there. I said, yo, Gary, when you getting back in the ring? And you was like, I got some coming. I got something coming.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
I told you stay tuned.
yeah, listen, hold up. I gotta ask you this, Gary. Let's get right to it, brother. You just fought. I think that was 2 weeks ago now, or the last week. You look spectacular still, Gary. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that you was gonna look that good. Like I'm like, it's still Gary Russell, right? Let's be clear. This is still Gary Russell. So I'm like, all right, obviously the skills are there, the speed is there, but you still look like, man, I was very impressed, and I think a lot of people were as well. Can you talk about your comeback fight? Like, how did you feel and what that looked like for you?
Um, I felt good right now. I'm a little under the weather. I've been cutting grass and shit. Every time I cut the grass, it give me the sniffles.
Okay.
Um, but I felt good. I felt good at that weight. I came in a little lighter than what I wanted to come in at. But I felt strong. I felt real good at that weight. A lot of people always talk about the inactivity and think that I'm going to come back looking rusty or anything like that. When in the history of me competing, have I came back looking rusty?
That's true. But Gary, you took, what was that, 3 years? Was that 3 years off? So I'm like,
Yeah,
three
yeah.
years. I'm like, I don't know. Gary might come back. His timing might be off. But it looked like everything was clicking from my eyes. Did it feel like that to you? Did it feel the same? It felt like everything was clicking?
Nah, it felt like everything was clicking. This was honestly my longest layoff in general. Even when I before I hurt my arm, I'll compete and I'll be back in the gym that following Monday. Probably not training as hard, but I'm back in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm back in the gym. Even when I retire, I know I'm one of them type of people that it's a lifestyle to me. You know what I'm saying? I like my body to look a certain type of way. I like to feel a certain type of way. I like to have a certain amount of energy. I got a lot of children. I want to be able to chase and run after my babies. I want to be
Yeah.
comfortable in the process of doing it. So it's been a lifestyle. Whether I'm competing or not, that's something that I'm gonna do. I think me staying in the gym and me just consistently moving is what keeps me sharp.
Now, let me ask you this, Gary. You got the stoppage in round 12. Um,
10,
oh,
10.
excuse me, 10. Yeah, round 10. You was beating them up though. Like there's a couple, you dropped them. You clearly hurt him a couple of times. Were you going for the stoppage or was it you trying to get rounds? Because I even heard the commentators, they was like, it felt like Gary was trying to get some rounds. Were you trying to stop this guy?
It's so funny, man. The commentator was somewhat spot on. One, I haven't competed in over 3 years. It doesn't take me long to get the measure of my opponent that I'm competing against. I can get his timing, I get his speed and all that stuff down. It takes a round for that. You know, um, Once I got his timing and everything down, once I put him down, I knew I can get him up out of there. But it's entertainment as well. I ain't been in the ring. The fans haven't had the opportunity to see me, and I don't know how long.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be able to give the opportunity to give the show the fans what I bring to the sport of boxing.
For sure. I mean, obviously, your shoulder has been on public display about, you've injured your shoulder. How much does that play a role in, just you as a fighter now and just this past fight? Is the shoulder still a factor?
I think it might still be a factor. I don't think it'll ever be 100%. But I took 3 years off. I worked my arm very well. I pushed it to its limits, so I can get as close as possible to where I wanted to be. Um, that's what I was able to do with it. So I'm grateful that it's been able to hold up.
Yeah.
I felt like I said, I felt strong, man. I felt good at that weight.
It looked like you was throwing counters that was like, now I was like, God damn, what the hell? Gary come back looking crazy.
Not to mention I move up 2 weight divisions. Everybody talk about my hand speed and etc. But I show punching ability as well in that division.
So let me ask you that, Gary, because we talking about the weight divisions. Um, there's a lot of guys at 135 now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys over there that's making some noise. Is that where you feel like this is where I'm campaigning at? We at 135?
That's what we campaigning at. And I won Lamont Roach.
Uh-oh.
And
Hold
I
on, Gary,
won
because you
Lamont
called them
Roach.
out. You said La Cucaracha. We need La Cucaracha. We need them. You called them out at the end. That's a DC fight, Gary. That's DC versus DC. I'm sure y'all have a lot of history together. Can you talk about that? Like, do you and Lamont have history?
To be honest with you, the only history that we have is that he came up after me, so
Yeah.
I was the guy that went to the Olympics and etc. So I know that group. I was the only person they probably kind of looked up to, etc. But the only history that we only have is my team, supported them from afar, and they probably supported, and admired us from afar as well. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? He just felt some type of way because before he fought Tank, you know, um, they asked my honest opinion, what I thought on the fight. I gave my honest opinion. I thought Tank was probably gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
I thought Tank was gonna probably knock him out. Um, he got in his feelings. He got mad about it, and I responded back. I was like, listen, shawty, it ain't that serious. I'm pretty sure it's people in your household that might like the Washington Redskins and you might like the Dallas Cowboys. Well, you know what I'm saying? You might like the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys, but it's okay. It's just for that particular event, afterwards, I'm saying? Everything go back to what it was, but
Right.
he took it more personal than apparently he made it personal. So now, fuck it. Now I want to see you. Now
Hold up.
let's really see who the best is in the city.
Did you feel like, based on what happened in the Tank fight, did you put more respect on his name? Were you like, okay, you know what? He's bringing more to the table than I originally thought. Did you feel differently after the fight, or you still feel like it's the same Lamont Roach?
Nah, I mean, I still feel like it's the same Lamont Roach, but I can say he exceeded my expectations when it came to the fight. I don't feel as though that, in my personal opinion, I felt like he possibly edged it off, but I don't feel as though that he did enough to take the title from the champion.
Mm,
In my personal opinion,
yeah.
I don't think he did enough to take the title from a champion. No one showed separation in that fight, that this person was that much better or etc. No one did. So, Shawty, get off your high horse, bro. You acting like you fucking won. You fought to a draw, my boy. You didn't win.
Mm,
Stop
mm.
this shit. You didn't even win. You fought to a draw. Like, come on, man. So I feel like at this point, let's just see who the best is in the city.
I like that, man. DC Armory,
It's
man.
only right.
I ain't gonna lie.
The armory too small, man. We gotta do it at the Capital One.
Oh, the Capital One. That's the arena. That's the arena.
There you go.
I
There
like
you
that.
go.
I like that. Another name that you called out, Gary. You called out Tank. You said I want Roach or Tank. What you think?
But
Obviously, Tank is going through shit. He got,
that's something that I've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
I
Tank
know.
somebody that I've been wanting for years
But
to
talk
go.
to me about that, because I feel like you and him, y'all been having the energy of like, what's up, what's going on. You've called him out for years before. Why do you think
It
it's never happened?
let me clear the record for everybody. It ain't nothing personal with me and Tank, and maybe slightly not even nothing personal with me and Roach either. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Oh no, hold up. He might have got a call or something. I think he got a call. Gary was in it. We was right in the bag. He was right in the bag right there. Gary was right in that bag right there. We was getting to it. Hold up. We gotta make sure. See if he coming back. Cigar Talk. Gary was right there. Hold up. He probably got a call. They saying that's the Maryland Wi-Fi. Come on, y'all wildin'. Tank cut the feed. Al Heyman's watching. Damn, Al Heyman watching? He was about to preach. I know. We was getting right to it, y'all. Gary's right in that bag. God damn. Boxman's getting soft. These boxers don't have an answer to call outs because of protection. Lamont calling him? We need to hear this, bro. Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hold up. Here you go. He probably got a call.
Yeah, I got a phone call, man. Somebody
Oh,
hit
yeah,
me
I
up.
figured that. I figured that. The chat was hype, Gary. You was right there. You was telling us the
Damn,
info.
damn.
Hold
What
on,
was I
hold on. Let me
saying,
ask it
man?
again.
They
Let me
they
ask
just
it again.
yeah,
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
me again.
Yeah, I gotta ask it again because we was right there, and the chat was hype about that right there.
Oh,
What I
I
was
think I remember. I think I remember. I
all right,
think I
go ahead, go
remember.
ahead. Yeah.
It wasn't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? It was never nothing personal with Tank, no Lamont. We are in a gladiator sport. As far as Tank is concerned, um, it was always a thing where as though when I was the champion at 126, he was competing at 126. That was the guy I wanted to compete against. I'm one of the people that want to compete against the best. The sport is really getting fucking soft. The
Mm,
people that's supposed to be the best, they not trying to fight the people that's the best. They trying to stay the fuck away from people. So as far as the Tank thing is concerned, it was just a thing of, man, listen, the city, the area is geologically too small. The sport is geologically too small for both of us to coexist and not at least see what happens.
right. Hold on,
You
but
feel
why?
me?
Why do you think it never happened, though, Gary? Because at that time, you the best guy. Your name is ringing all over boxing. It's like Gary Russell is the guy. Tank is the upcoming guy. Why do you think that fight never happened?
Um, Politics. In my personal opinion, politics is nothing other than the ability to reward or take away from whoever you want to reward or take away from.
Mm,
That's a fight that I always wanted. Is that a fight that I think Tank would want to fight, want to take? I don't think so. I don't think he's at some point you have to have the fighting spirit. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was saying everybody in the NFL, once they get signed, they get a lot of money, but they still want to win the Super Bowl. Do they
right,
just get their money and still be like, well, all right, fuck it, well, I ain't tripping. Fuck it. I don't
right.
care about I don't care about, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about wanting to win the Super Bowl. They still want to win the Super Bowl. They still want to be the best. They still want to show everybody that they are the best. These people in the sport, they pick and choose when the fuck they want to do that shit. I can't get with it. It's soft, man.
Mm,
You
mm.
know. And as far as Roach is concerned, um, to be honest with you, he was somebody that I honestly, in my personal opinion, he was an overachiever. And he's someone that I never really wanted to compete against. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of them like, oh, all right, let him live type situations. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Gary, that's
nah,
you little bro in them, Gary. You little bro in them right now, Gary.
I'm just being real with you. I'm
Yeah,
being real with you.
yeah.
It was just one of them. Oh, nah, I'm glad he's doing something. Let him live type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's up. So it was genuinely support. When it came for that. The issue came in when they tried to make it seem like it was Baltimore versus the best thing from this area.
Mm,
That's where I have a problem at. Now it's cool, both
mm.
of y'all. Now I don't have an issue with both of y'all making y'all money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You generating for your family and you doing for yours. I don't have an issue with that. I
yeah.
have an issue with y'all making it seem like Baltimore is fighting the nicest the baddest motherfucker from here, and it ain't that guy. It is not fucking Lamont Roach. That's
Mm.
where my issue was. And I didn't feel as though that he was gonna beat Tank. He exceeded my expectations, within the fight. But yeah, he just I don't know. I
Now,
guess
Gary, hold
I
on, Gary, do you think he wants that fight? Because I even heard a little bit where he was talking to your little brother. Him and Antoine was kind of going back and forth talking about it. I just interviewed Antoine the other day. I was in DC with your brother. He said, "Listen, man, why you worried about me? You should go see. You need to go see Mr. Gary. What do you think about that? Like when he was talking about fighting Antoine."
I think that was some crazy shit. I guess he thought it was clever to try to avoid me and mention somebody else that he know would bust his ass too. You know, I don't know, but to me, I can see through that shit. You scary. You looking scary.
Mm.
You don't have a fight set up. Your fighter that you supposed to be competing against, he's not that fight not happening. You don't
Yeah.
have nobody fight to fight. I just competed. I'm willing and able to fight. You
Yeah.
can't say you trying to fight Shakur. They said something about he's not fighting until next year sometime, something like that. You have nobody that you can compete against. And not to mention anybody that you can think about competing against other than Tank. You won't make nowhere near as much money as you'll make competing against me at home.
Mm. Okay.
So make it make sense.
Okay. Okay.
Make
I
it
like
make
that.
sense.
I hope that fight happens. Now, I mean, obviously at the 135-pound division, there's a couple other guys. Shakur Stevenson being one of them. I know I've seen people say that on Twitter, like, what's up? Would you fight Shakur Stevenson? What you think about that fight? You and Shakur?
I'll fight anybody at the 135-pound division that feel as though they got the skill set to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Um, I like Shakur. We worked before.
Oh, y'all
We
sparred?
we
Y'all sparred?
yeah, we worked before.
Oh, how'd it
He's
go? Gary, keep it a stack. Gary, you one of the real niggas. Gary, keep it a stack. You and Shakur sparring.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. To be honest with you, I'm like Bruce Lee. I'm like Bruce Lee in his boxing game. I'm being real with you, muff.
Yeah.
We don't go to other motherfuckers. People come to us that real motherfuckers. Let me say this. I'm gonna mention this shit, and this is one of the reasons why I actually like Shakur. Only real motherfuckers that really want to know where they ass at come over this way to challenge themselves to see how far they've come or how much further they need to go.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the situation within our spawn. I thought it was good work. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he did an interview about our spawn.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. But y'all,
Yeah,
listen. First of all, your gym is like a sauna. It's hot as shit in there. I was just over there the other day. I'm like, damn, it's a different energy in here, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's the dungeon, man. That's the dungeon. Motherfuckers don't come over there. Only real dogs come over here. Only real dogs come over this way to really test. If you really want to challenge yourself and test yourself and see where your ass at, then
Yeah.
you come over this way. And only the real dogs come over here to come fuck with us for real, for real. You know?
Can you talk to me about this? Because I just like I said, is I'm gonna drop the interview this upcoming week. I just interviewed Antoine. It was a great conversation. He was telling me because I asked him, I said, yo, the two gyms in DC that I know, and I'm a New York nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know DC politics and all that's going on. But I said the two gyms that to me outside looking in is y'all, it's the Antoine, the Russell gym, and then it was the headbangers. And he was like,
Hmm.
yo, there was some smoke with y'all early on, like the headbangers gym versus the Russell family and all of that. I didn't know about that. That was the first time I heard that. Can you tell me from your perspective, being the older brother, like what that was like? Like, I guess Headbangers Gym versus the Russells?
Um, to be honest with you, we were probably in our weight division, because it was multiple weight divisions, but in our weight division, like we were probably the nicest motherfuckers around. And the only people that gave any type of competition or anything like that was the headbangers. And the only other people that was, what I'm saying, that
Yeah,
could stick in there that, what I'm saying, that we can fuck with a little bit, So
yeah,
that's pretty much what that was. They was the only people that we can probably get some spawn from and stuff like that, getting ready for tournaments and etc.
yeah,
We'll get spawn and stuff like that. Of course, it's gym versus other gym. So of course it's always a little heated. Granted, in my personal opinion, we always got the better of it. But you know what I'm saying? They were always very admirable opponents. You know what I'm saying? They was always good opponents.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Gary. You've obviously in the last few years, rest in peace to your father, who created a great legacy and a family of elite fighters. But you've
Hmm.
taken on a role of the coach now. You know what I'm saying? Coaching your younger brother and really being in his corner. Can you tell me about that? Like a trainer Gary, like how much different is trainer Gary than like fighter Gary? Like what is it like just being trainer Gary?
To be honest with you, my father was low key prepping me for this shit before I even knew I
Mm,
was being prepped for it. It's funny that JoJo fought
Regis.
fought last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you guys can really remember, I always worked hand in hand with my father. When I defended my title against JoJo, both of my younger brothers fought on that card. I worked both of their corners and then had to go back in the dressing room and get ready to
To do
defend my
your
title.
fight?
There you
Damn.
go.
I didn't realize
You
that.
know, so it's something that I always been doing somewhat simultaneously within my career as well. Kind of helping my father guide and navigate my little brother's career as well. So I just miss my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
miss my dog. I'm glad that he instilled everything in me that I needed to be able to keep this thing going though.
Can you tell me a little bit about him? Because I'm just so intrigued by your dad, because I see the whole family and your brothers is telling me stories about all the wisdom that he's imparted to y'all. What sticks out to you is just like a memory about your pops that's like, man, when I think about him, this sticks out to me. This is like your dad seemed like this great dude. I never had the opportunity to meet him, but I hear so many stories. Can you tell me just like a story about him?
Man, I don't know if I can tell you a story, but I can tell you he was many things, man. He was many things, you know what I'm saying? He was a teacher, he was a father, you know, he was a gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was
He
he was out there in the streets in DC.
he's a gangster.
Yeah.
He was plenty things, man. He was genuinely, a teacher, a helper. You know, he created men. He was one of them type of people. If you didn't have a father figure in your life, if you was one of these wild, badass little kids in the street that's always getting into shit, he was the person that you was gonna naturally gravitate to. He was the one who's like, come here,
Mm,
Shaw. Come here, Shaw. Let me tell you how this shit done. Nah, that ain't how you do this shit, Shaw. You know what I'm
right.
saying? He was a teacher. He was a teacher. He man, that was my dog,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. All right, hold up. Didn't you let me ask you this? Because obviously I did my research and I did my homework. The oldest brother, I think, was named Gary Jones. You know what I'm saying? And
There you
he was
go.
the first one to really start the fighting. How did you feel like, because your dad is creating this legacy of fighters? Did you feel like pressured to have to fight, or was it something that you was like, nigga, I want to do this because this is what I want to do? Or did you feel like, my older brother doing it, my pops is doing this, so this is what I gotta do?
Man, to be honest with you, we grew up in the murder capital, so naturally, just to go to school out there, you had to be an aggressive type of individual. If you wasn't, you was gonna get ran over, walked to.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, as a little kid, I was naturally an aggressive type person.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like the sport was the perfect knit for me. You know what I'm saying? It gave me the outlet that I needed to be able to properly be able to channel my aggression and everything else. You know what I'm saying? It gave me that outlet. So nah, I wasn't forced into it. It was something that I'm glad that my father had the hindsight to see.
Mm,
He kept me focused. This shit kept me out of a whole bunch of shit.
yeah, yeah. Now, out of all the brothers, and this is me speaking, outside looking in, out of all the brothers, for me watching boxing, I've been watching boxing for 20 years, almost 25. When I first heard of you, it was like you was heralded. It's like, oh my God, this guy Gary Russell, even the Olympics, is like he's gonna win the gold medal. Like you was like the amount of hype that's been on your name since a youngin is crazy. Did you talk to me about that? Like, was that a difficult thing to have that much like expectations, that much hype, that much clout as a youngin, where it's like you're supposed to be X, Y, and Z? Was that tough for you, or did you embrace it?
What's normal to the spider is chaos to the fly.
Mm,
Um, that shit was natural to me. That shit was natural to me. I didn't look at it like that or anything like. I was just me.
mm.
I'm just me. I'm just doing the best that I could possibly be. When I'm on my game, I don't care what anybody bringing. For example, A lot of fighters, they they get their confidence off of, I mean, I know I'm in shape. I can go 20 rounds if need be. Or
Mm-hmm.
I know I hit hard. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is hit them one time, etc. I don't
Yeah.
get my confidence off of that. I get my confidence off of the know-how.
Mm.
My confidence comes from, I don't give a fuck what my opponent brings across the ring. I know I got the answer to whatever the fuck it is that he got.
Mm.
That's the difference. Intellect over athleticism any day.
Oh, so the IQ, you just saying the IQ is just a different, the IQ just a different level.
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta have, you can't, it's a fine-tuned machine. You know what I'm saying? You can have the IQ, but not have the other attributes to complement the IQ.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So it gotta be a machine. You gotta, all this shit gotta, all these moving parts gotta work simultaneously.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Gary, because even in the chat right now, a lot of people are bringing up the Lomachenko fight. Obviously, you know, legendary fight, you versus Lomachenko, and that was like, I guess, in the beginning of his career, right? Like as a pro, at least, right? And
Hmm.
that was a fight that he won. But a lot of people are asking about the Lomachenko fight because they're like, "Yo, Gary's one of the best. How did Lomachenko get the victory?" Could you talk about that fight? A lot of people was asking about that one.
I'm not an excuse maker. Um, I'm gonna give it to y'all straight. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. In that one particular camp, we brought in a strength and conditioning coach, um, and we was making weight entirely on that particular scale. When we got out to the fights and shit like that,
Yeah.
and it was time for us to actually check the actual trial scale and all that. I'm on weight. I'm like a pound over on my scale. That ain't nothing. Man, we get on the actual trial scale. I'm 5.5 pounds overweight.
Damn. What the hell?
So the scale that the strength and conditioning coach that we had brought in, we weighed that motherfucker was off the entire time, the entire 6 to 8 weeks we in training camp and etc. We thinking that it's on. I mean, we tested it. We thinking that that joint on, but it was 5.5 pounds off when it comes to the other scale.
Wow.
You know, we lost the entire 5.5 pounds. That was my first chance to compete for a title. Um, I took the opportunity. You know, experience is key. If I would have known better now,
Yeah.
you know, I would have just said fuck cutting all that weight.
Came in over. I was
I
coming
would
over.
just I just come in overweight and we would have just fought like that. You know, I ain't had no energy in that fight. I came to the corner and I remember I came to the corner in the first round. I'm like, hey pop, my motherfucker feet feel like I got bricks on
Oh, so
them.
you felt it already, like from the beginning. You felt it.
Fuck yeah. Man, listen, we lost all this weight 30, 40 minutes in the sauna, out for about 5 minutes, dry off, get back in there, and we repeated that process. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
And
We
that's the
repeated
unhealthy
that
way. They say
process.
that's the unhealthy way to lose.
There, there. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time, like I said, that was my first chance to compete for a title. You know, I wanted a title. I was willing to do whatever it took. You
Yeah.
know, so that's pretty much what happened. And even within that fight, it was what the
Split decision.
split
Yep.
decision. It
Yep.
was a knockdown in that fight. Now I dropped them in that motherfucking fight. They should have called that, but
Mm.
that's neither here or there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, in my heart of hearts, I'll just say that's my only true loss for real, for real. I
Now,
take
Gary,
that one.
can you ask this? Let me ask you this about Loma. Did you feel like, because you are, like I said, everyone knows you're one of the most elite level guys, skill wise, in the sport. Period. We know that. Did you feel like fighting Lomachenko at that time, that his skill level was also up there with you? Like, were you in there like thinking like, damn, this nigga looking like his IQ
Mm-mm.
is crazy like that?
Nah. Um, to be honest with you, I felt like he fought the lowest form of Mr. Gary Russell Jr.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Me at my best, that fight wouldn't have went that way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Me not being dehydrated or cutting weight and shit like that, that fight wouldn't have went that way. Even with the knockdown that they didn't call, You know, I feel
Right.
like that fight wouldn't have went that way. I'm mad as shit that he retired. I honestly would like to spawn. Like, what the fuck?
Are
Like
you
the
at the look
fuck?
back, Gary? You want that lick back, Gary?
Man, hey, listen. I'm a real fighter. Fuck what
Yeah.
all these other fighters doing. I'm a real fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the one. Listen, that shit personal to me. I need to do. Fuck the fans. I'm not saying fuck the fans, but this ain't
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
nothing to do with the fans. Nothing
Right.
to do with this. Some shit for me. Like, come on, let's go ahead.
Just like
That's some
Rocky 2. This
Rocky
like
and
what
Apollo. There you
yeah,
go. That's
Rocky
Rocky and
like, yo, nigga,
Apollo
we gotta
Creed.
go to
This
the
shit
gym. Fuck
real quick.
everybody else. Let's get this gym
There
together.
you go. There you go. There you go. You know something.
Okay. I like that. I like that. All right, hold on. Let me ask you this though, Gary, because the Olympic run for Gary Russell, nigga, I told you, I just been a fan of the sport. I just jumped
That
in
was
this.
another thing that played a big fucking factor.
Tell
Played
me
a
that,
hell of
nigga,
a
because I gotta
factor.
know about that. It was just like
Listen.
use the nigga that we said USA. Gary's winning the gold for the USA, and then it was like something happened. You got
Listen.
sick or something. I don't tell me what happened, nigga. What happened, bro?
So to be honest with you, I had beat like the previous silver medalist in like the World Games or something like that, or the World Cup, one of the two. So that's why they was like, "Oh, nah, he definitely gonna win the gold." Um, but nah, we was in China for about a month or so before the games even competed and games even started. Everyone that competed in like outdoor events like archery, track and field, and stuff like that, like they started like getting sick and like passing out. It started happening to like the a couple athletes. So they started changing like the venues and stuff, trying to make them start practicing indoors instead of outdoors.
Right.
And I think it had something to do with them just trying to save face because at the time China, they had this stuff called smog. It wasn't fog. They called it smog. You
Smoke
can
and
lit,
fog, small.
bruh. You can literally listen, bruh. When I say you couldn't see from here to across the street, when you see the building across the street,
Yeah.
and they're hosting the Olympic Games, so they're trying to keep as much negative anything about you know what I'm saying that out of the play.
Mm-hmm.
But basically I got fucking sick. I got sick. The same thing that was happening to the people that was participating in the outdoor events. It happened to me. I got sick. I started feeling lightheaded and dizzy and shit, and it was just a big thing. I was so mad. I was so hurt, man, because I had so much support from
Yeah.
people that I genuinely just didn't know, but just watched my journey from A all the way up until this point, and then for me to get to the Olympics and not be able to compete because I got sick. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Right.
Man, I felt like all the support, all the love, and all of that shit was in vain. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it. And Al Heyman was the one that saved it
Hold on. What you
because
mean? Hold up. I didn't even know Al Heyman was around at that time, nigga.
so listen, after the Olympics and that stuff happened in the Olympics, I said, man, fuck this boxing shit, man. I'm mad.
Oh, you was
I
ready to
was
quit. You was ready to
man,
quit.
I
Like I'm
was
done.
I was ready to quit, bro. I was ready to quit. Like, man, I'm done, man. I felt like I let everybody down. I had so much support from people, that I didn't know that watched my journey the whole way through. Man, I felt like I let everybody down. You know what I'm saying? It was granted, it was out of my hands. You know what I'm saying? I just got sick. I couldn't help it. You know, but I felt like I let everybody down. And Al Heyman reached out to me and was like, "Man, listen, I know about the Olympics, etc. What you think about going professional?" And
Mm,
I felt like he gave me a second chance, man, to be able to redeem myself to the fans, to the people that genuinely supported me, that
wow.
watched my journey and etc. I said, man, at this point, shit, the only way I can make it back to everybody is becoming a world champion. You know,
Hold up.
um,
Hold up. This is before PBC though. PBC is not
this
even
before.
invented yet at this point.
Listen, I was the first. I was the first on Showtime. I was the first 4 round fight that they ever put on Showtime. They never, at one point, they wasn't producing 4 round fights and televising.
Right.
I was the first one that they televised.
Damn. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Hold up. Let me ask you about that. Cause you just dropped the bomb on us, nigga. Hold up, nigga. You just dropped the bombs on us real quick. Hold up. Al Heyman at this time, like, hold up, did you know who he was? Because I would think, like I said, there's no PBC yet. If this is after the Olympics, was you already knowing, like, all right, this guy is this super mysterious nigga that's crazy in the business? How did that happen? Like with Al Heyman?
My father, to be honest with you, my father already had kind of had wind of him. You know, they already been communicating and talking and etc. Um, so they kind of brought me up to speed because I was done. I was done after the Olympics. You know, Al Heyman and my father, they collaborated and put that shit together, man. And the rest was history.
Damn. Wow. Okay. Gary, the chat is asking, have you had a conversation with Turkey Al-Sheikh?
No, I have not.
Do you want to?
Sure, why not?
You know he giving out the bags. That's what they saying. I don't know, but that's what the streets is saying right now. Turkey out here giving out the bags.
Yeah, I hear that. You know what I'm saying? Sure, why not? You know what I'm saying? It never hurts. It don't hurt just to listen, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Gary, before I let you go, do you have time for a couple fan questions? Is that cool? Like some
Of
fan
course,
questions?
nah, that's cool. Only if any fan that's asking me a question, whenever they see Lamont Roach pop up on any social media platform or something, tell that nigga fight Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Do this shit for the city.
Ooh! Yo,
Do
Gary,
this
hold.
shit for the city. Don't act like a sucker now.
I ain't gonna lie, Gary. Low key, Mont followed me. I kind of want him to come up here so y'all niggas could talk real quick. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, he probably wanna apologize. I don't want to hear him apologize. I want to
Oh,
fight. I want to
hold up,
fight
hold up.
now, and then after the fight, then we can be cool again. But now I just got, you know what I'm saying? We might as well do this shit for the area now.
Oh, nah, we need that. Chat, y'all
And
heard?
and we gonna make some money.
Y'all
You
definitely gonna
can't
make.
beat it. You can't beat that, y'all.
I just sent the kite out to Lamont. I said, listen, Gary up here, nigga, come up here so we can hear y'all two niggas talk about this shit for real. Because we want that. That's a great fight. That's a great fight. All right, chat. I just put the link in the chat. I'm gonna let a couple of y'all ask Gary some questions before we go, but y'all know the rules. This is my house. Don't disrespect my house or my guests. If you showing love, I appreciate that. If you even a hater, I tolerate that. But if you disrespect my guests, you're getting booted. We not doing that. Y'all know how I do in my shit. Don't disrespect my guests in my house. Link is now in the chat. I'm gonna let a couple of fans ask Gary some questions before he gets up out of here. This interview has been super dope. Actually, before I get to the damn, it's a lot of people in the chat too. Shit. I'm gonna get a couple questions before I let you go. Let me ask my last question before I get to them. My last question is about your brother, Gary Antoine Russell. All y'all niggas named Gary, which is crazy. Y'all whole family named Gary. That's insane to me. And he
We
told
all we all we all go by our middle names though.
oh, okay, yeah, the middle.
That's
Okay.
that's 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 the only difference. So
Hold up.
if you
And
catch,
Gary told me this. I'm spilling the beans right now
go
because it's
ahead.
coming out this week. He told me y'all related to Clarissa Shields. What the hell? Nigga told me that.
Um, that's pops. You know what I'm saying? Pop's got family, and somewhere within his family line, I believe, is connections with Clarissa and them out there, out in where she from.
Oh, in
But
Flint.
that's what my
Okay.
yeah. There you go.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you this before I get to the chat. It's a lot of people in the chat. I'm only taking a couple, man. He can't be here all night. So I'm gonna take a couple questions. Before I get to the questions in the chat, let me ask you this. Your brother, Gary Antoine Russell. I told him one is he fights differently than y'all. I feel like y'all, when I look at Allen, when I look at you, it's a lot more finesse. It's a lot more. I feel like Antoine is a lot more pressure and obviously he's a world champion at 140. Could you talk about the differences just between Antoine and yourself? You his trainer, so I know you see everything.
Um, I'm more of a technician. I mean, we're trained by we were all trained by the same people, but we all have our own personality. You know,
Yeah.
I believe our personality comes out by the way that we compete. You know, I'm more of a technician. I'm more of an artist with this shit. Antoine, he just trying to come and get you.
Right.
He just want to come and get you. I want to make this shit look sweet while I fuck you up. Antoine just want to get it over with.
How high is Antoine's ceiling based on everything that you see in the gym?
Um, it's infinite. You know, he got to be able to empty himself when it comes to open and constructive criticism, which we haven't had a problem when it comes to that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's open, he's willing to learn. You know, he's open minded. You know, so and here's the thing: a lot of people just look at Antoine as just a bull and come and get you fighter. He can box too. He does have the reflexes and the timing and all of that shit to actually sit outside and box and not walk a motherfucker down. He can box if he wants to. So he has the ability to be versatile. We just gotta
Yeah.
tap into it.
Okay. Yo, Gary, I'm gonna take a couple fan questions before I let you get up out of here. Let me get the shark. The shark, what's popping?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yo, we
Yeah, I
hear
can
you.
hear you. What's up, home?
What's up, Cigar Talk? What's up, Mr. Gary?
What's up, home? How you feeling?
What's up, man? Talk
So,
to me. You got some questions
so
for Gary?
yeah, so look, I got two questions, right? First question is, how did you feel with your first fight back?
Oh man, you breaking up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
Say it
breaking up,
again.
bro.
I said, how did you feel with your first fight coming back?
I felt good. I felt strong as shit. I felt strong coming up, especially moving up 2 weight divisions. I felt strong and I still felt fast. A lot of people keep saying, well, he just fast. All right, now I moved up 2 weight divisions and put them motherfuckers on their back pockets. Now what?
Yeah. I was gonna say you had a great performance, man. And then my second question is, who your top five favorite boxers of all time?
Who my top 5?
Yeah, all time.
And all time? That's hard. I don't know if I'll be
Yeah.
able to
All
give
time.
you that. That's hard.
All right, give us three, Gary. Give us three
That's
then.
hard.
Give us
We
Damn,
three
need
that's
three at
niggas you
least.
fuck
hard.
with.
Uh, Ray Robinson, he got to go in there off Buck.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
I like
At least three.
it's hard, dog. Cause I feel like I'm gonna do the sport of disjustice when I say who I want to say. I want to put James Toney in there.
Ooh, I
I
like
Okay.
like
James
I
Toney.
want to
Okay.
put James Toney in there. I love his inside game. He was a dog in his inside game.
Defense,
Yeah.
power, strength,
Yeah.
toughness, heart. James Toney, one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah. He
Yeah, I
one of the
want to put
ones.
James Toney in there.
He one of the ones.
Just one more, Gary. One more that you like. That you like. All right, I fuck with this guy.
He an older fighter, but I fuck with Mildred Taylor too.
Oh, that's a good pick.
I
Mildred
fuck with
Mm.
Taylor.
Mildred Taylor
People
too.
forgot about Mildred Taylor, bro. People forgot about Mildred Taylor. He was a beast.
See,
But
but
all
them
right, that
ain't
was
all the
my two
people that I
questions.
fuck with though. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's a good pick.
Cause I fuck
Yeah.
with Roberto Duran. He was another one that was a
Mm,
dog.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could just like keep thinking about some people and then I be like, damn, I should have said him.
Right.
Like I feel like I'm doing this justice right now. You know what I'm
But all
That's
saying?
all
right,
good.
man.
Your talk, man. I appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
soldier.
sir. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Yo, Gary, you know the hood fuck with my show, nigga. Oh, the whole hood is on my show. Them niggas want to talk to you real quick. So I'm gonna get a couple more niggas before I
Nah,
let
it's
you
all
go.
good. It's all
All right.
good.
Oh, first of all, I love that James Toney pick. James Toney is a bad motherfucker, boy.
Yeah,
James
Slim. James
Toney.
Toney, he was a dog. He was a dog.
All right, let me get BX and then well connected. Let me get BX. What's popping?
What's poppin', Brody? You hear me?
What's up, my boy?
What?
We hear you. Gary Russell's
Okay,
here.
okay.
What's
What's
up,
up, big
so?
bro? How you feeling?
Nigga, Gary getting the calls. That
Yeah.
must be. Yeah, the chat was
Uh-oh.
saying last time they said that was Lamont Roach calling him.
Nah, he ain't
Oh, here you
calling
go. Here
me.
you go. Yeah,
He ain't calling me.
So 2 questions for you, big bro. 2 questions for you. First one, you're coming up the 2 weight divisions, how you felt because I watched the fight, your speed was still there. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like maybe that one KO knockout power wasn't there because boy was a little tough. You was hitting him with some shit, but he was standing in there. I know you say you want to fight Lamont. I feel like that's a great fight for you. Lamont got a chin though, as you can see with his fight with Tank. So do you feel that when you fight him, you'll be able to put him down, or you feel like it's going to be more so like a decision fight? You know what I'm saying? Because you coming up that much weight. Like you still had your strength, but I just think I ain't see like a one KO knockout power. Like I see your power, I just ain't see it like a you catch a nigga one time and he gonna sit. You know what I'm saying? But your punches come in flurries.
I don't see that from Lamont either.
Yeah, nah, I don't see it. Hey, I don't
You see it more. You seen it more.
You
see it more from me. To be honest with you, I'm gonna fuck Lamont up if he take this fight.
I want to see it though. I want to see it. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see it.
I'm gonna fuck Lamont up if he take this fight.
I hope it's not a if he
and
take
then,
it. I hope y'all gotta do it for the city. Y'all gotta do it.
And then, well, I need the platforms like my man right here.
We gonna call him out. We gonna hit him on Twitter, on Instagram, and tell
anybody
him,
that see him, anybody that see him on any social media networks, let him know. Do the shit for the area.
Of course, we gonna spam
To be honest with you, I see me stopping Lamont.
Oh, yo, Cigar Talk. You heard it here first. You heard? He said he gonna stop him.
Okay.
I gotta tune in.
Hold on, let me say this, Cigar Talk. I just sent the kite to Lamont. I told Lamont, come up here real quick. So if Lamont pull up, nigga,
that's
I
gonna
just
be
sent the
tough.
kite out now. But Gary said he seen. Well, second question, last question. Go ahead.
Your brother, phenomenal. Talk to him, man. He gonna unify.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. It's cutting out.
You can hear me now? You can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said your brother, he's phenomenal. You gonna talk to him about unifying or becoming undisputed?
That's what he wants. That's what he wants. You know, he wants to become undisputed. He wants all the titles in his weight division. They're trying to get him to fight against his mandatory right now, but we also trying to see if we can get a unification. You know, unification, champion challenging champion with Trump a mandatory challenger. So
yeah, I feel like that's the beauty of boxing, man. People gotta do it, man. And before it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of these champions, they got to be willing to take the fight, man. These dudes be acting scared. They rather take an easier fight than to take a tougher fight.
Okay.
They really don't want to see. They really don't want to see who's the best. Salute, soldier.
Yeah, salute, big bro. Cigar, salute. You know the vibes. I'm here.
Thank you, bro. All right, let me get well connected up here. Well connected. What's popping?
What's up, man? I got two questions for Mr. Gary Russell.
Let me know. What's up?
One, I want Mr. Gary Russell to tell us a Olympic story, man. I want him to tell us that story with Deontay Wilder.
I can't tell y'all.
Hold up,
incriminating stories, man.
Hold up, Gary. You got a Wilder story? A Deontay Wilder?
Man, listen, man.
Give us a Deontay Wilder story.
Come on, Gary. You know the streets fuck with this podcast, nigga. This Cigar Talk. We need that, nigga. We need that. We need that, nigga. We need that. This Cigar Talk, baby.
Can we get that story, man?
Hey, look, you's a wild boy for this one, my boy.
The fans want to hear it. It's spicing up.
All right. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna give y'all this, man. Look, you's a wild nigga, bro. You's a wild nigga, bro. So when we in Olympic Olympic Village, of course, mind you, we got to live out there for like a year before the Olympics and all that.
Hold on, in China? In China?
No. In Colorado.
Okay. Yep.
In the Olympic Village. So, well, I'm sorry, I said the Olympic Village at the Sports and Learning Center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we up there, and me and Deontay, we were the only fighters that was put. Now it's like a big ass college campus. You know what I'm saying? Like apartment buildings and everything. But me and Deontay, we the only fighters that was on the same floor. We was on the second floor. We the only ones on the same floor. If I look out my peephole, I'm looking at his peephole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got people all in between us. We got the gym, we got some of the gymnasts, we got the volleyball players, we got, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I was one of the dudes that always had the juice when it came to the ladies.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I had a friend, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to bring her over to my little spot.
Yeah.
She don't, you know what I'm saying, I knock on Deontay's door. His door right across the hall from mine. So I knock
Yeah.
on his door. Now, mind, this shit is like college, you know what I'm saying? We don't move like this no more.
Yeah, for sure. We talking 10 years ago. Everybody
Man,
years ago. Yeah,
man, this is longer than that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would knock on his door, and if my company had her friend with her, I
Hey,
knock
we
on his
got some
door.
over here. You come
Or
through.
it don't even be that. It just be like, hey Deontay, could she post up in your room real quick? I'm about to chill with her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he'll
Yeah.
look out for me. He'll look out for me.
Run the interference real quick.
Yeah, he'll look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I was a little obsessive, so I was there like doing it on him.
Gary was running. Okay, the gymnast and all that was out there. So you already
Stop what you doing, man. Anyways, this nigga knocks on my door one day, like 3 a.m. He knock on my door. Boom, boom. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, I'm always looking out for. Now, mind you, the height difference is ridiculous. I'm
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
5'5", 5'6". He's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looking down at me like, man, come on, bro. I'm always looking out for you. Like, man, can her folks stay over here with you real quick? Wow, you know what I'm saying? I pull my sword with her. I'm
Yeah.
like, I open the door. I look. The friend was just like badder than the joint that the
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? The friend was just like smoking. I'm like, shit, yeah, she can come over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I mean, this shit was like college. So
Yeah.
so we had co-ed bathrooms. We had
Mm.
co-ed bathrooms and stuff like that. And of course, they have all type of condoms everywhere throughout that joint. I'm gonna let everybody know, the number one sold product at the Olympic Village is condoms. Don't let nobody tell you any different.
Oh, so the Olympics is they getting down over there.
The number one sold item at the Olympics is condoms.
Okay.
So even at the Olympic Training Center, they are plentiful. You know what I'm saying? They plentiful.
Okay.
So time passed. I leave out my room. I leave out my room to go get in the shower. Deontay leaves out his room to go get. I think he was going to use the bathroom or something. He like, damn, bro, what you doing? I'm like, man, I gotta go get in the shower. I just cooked shorty. He like, what, for real? He like, oh hell no, shorty got me bent. I've been trying to hit this joint for like 3 weeks. Hey,
Yeah.
he said, oh nah, I've been
Hell
trying to hit
no.
shorty for like 3 weeks. He
Right.
like, oh heck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Deontay, I apologize, man, if I did
Yeah.
say anything incriminating to you, my boy.
Nah. That
You
was
know what
some
I'm saying? It's
statute
some
of
old,
limitations, Gary.
it's some
Statute
old
of
throwback shit.
limitations, Gary. Statute of limitations, nigga. Yeah. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's funny as hell though. Like, I love real niggas being real niggas though. This is good energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Giving the people a little bit to know what's going on out there. So that was fire. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that story for sure.
He walked to the he walked into the bathroom with me. He like, damn, man, you made me forget I had to piss real quick.
Right, like nigga, what? Hold up, you hit the guy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all having fun in the Olympics. Nigga. I need to go.
We had some fun, man.
Okay, that's what's up, man. You're well connected. I appreciate you, my good brother.
Hey, Nook, you're a wild boy.
Yeah, Nook out here. All right, yo, Nook, your shit freezing, bro. Let me get one last question for Gary before I get him up out of here, y'all. One last question. Let me get EH to the stage. What's popping?
Mr. Gary Russell Jr., what's up, bro?
What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. How you?
Man, it don't matter. As long as we breathing, you know what I'm saying? No matter how good or bad your day is, you gotta deal with that shit anyway.
That's a fact.
Man, salute to you, young bro, man. Holding your family together, man, because your pops had a lot of respect, man. You know what I mean? So salute to you for that, for sure. Hey,
appreciate it.
What's your big fight, man? I've been watching you for at least 10 years, and I know Leo, Abner, and Tank, they avoided you. You know what I mean? Especially Leo and Abner, man. I remember when you was trying to get them fights, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's your big fight now? Because I feel like you paid your dues. I want to see you get a big bag, man. What's your big fight? Who your big fight?
Tank, if he come out of retirement.
Yeah.
Tank, if he come out of retirement.
So that's it.
You heard him.
You
He
know
want
what I'm saying?
Mont too. He want Mont too.
Hey, look, but I want Lamont Roach.
But I'm talking about the bag, man. I mean, we already know Mr. Gary a gangster, man. Get that
Hold on,
bag, man.
you don't think Mont is the bag, EH? You don't think so?
I mean,
Me
I
and
don't know.
me,
Because I don't know the business like that. So I don't know. He would have to tell me that. You know what I mean? Because I
no,
don't know the business like that.
me and Lamont in our hometown would be a bag fight. But it wouldn't be that Tank. It wouldn't be that fight.
Right.
But nah, that's it's nobody that Lamont would be able to fight right now, other than Tank, and make the money that he will be able to make fighting me at home. Anybody in the
Okay, yeah.
135, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah,
Anybody
no,
in the
that make
135 pounds.
absolute sense. Yeah, no, that make absolute sense because he couldn't even fight Shakur and get that kind of money because it ain't.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah, nah,
Nope.
yeah. Yeah, Mr. Gary Russell and Lamont. Yeah.
And we both from our area. We both from the same area. Everybody's gonna come and support both of us.
Right.
Win or lose. Win or lose. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big thing for the area in general.
Yeah.
But that's big for boxing though, because you got boxing fans like myself. Like if even if you can't make it, we gonna tune in for that. Like that's
There you go.
For sure.
All right, yo, EH, I appreciate you
Hey,
pulling
you
up.
had a spectacular performance, man. That's the only question I had. You had a spectacular performance, man. Salute to you, young bro.
Appreciate it, Soldier.
All right, thank you, bro. All right. Yo, Gary, I appreciate you pulling up and showing love, man. This is a fire episode, my nigga. Thank you, man. The people is definitely enjoying this. And like I said, hey, listen, Lamont might pull up. I sent them the message. So if he do pull up, I'm gonna tell Nook to, you know what I'm saying? Let's put it together.
Listen, I ain't the type of guy that's trying to pull up and do all this. Pull up and sign this contract, my boy.
All right. Yeah,
I'm too physical for this shit right here. I want to get physical with people, so let's just sign the contract.
Yeah. Okay. I like that, man. Yo, Gary, thank you, man. I appreciate your time and you know you sharing your story with us, brother. Thank you, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, once again, anybody that see Lamont Roach on any social media network or platform, tell that nigga fight Gary Russell Jr.
Okay.
And Deontay, my bad again, my boy. You know what I'm saying? If I
Now,
put you in anything, you know what I'm saying?
That don't even count. That don't even count. That was so long ago.
All right.
All right, Gary, yo, I'm gonna hit you up, my brother. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Be easy, soldier.
All right, later. Come on, y'all. That was fire. We got some stories. We got